everyone, this is Emily Jane Akery.
And I'm Adam Price.
And this is the Relative Rhythms Podcast.
And this is the Season 2 premiere episode. So excited.
Y'all.
We made it.
We made it.
We came back for another round.
Thanks to you all for listening. We appreciate it. But no, it's been really, really cool to meet with some people that we've connected to the podcast and have them recognize that we're doing it and tell us that they're listening. And that's been really, really cool. So thank you if that was you and you came out and you came up to us and told us that humans actually listen to us ramble. So we appreciate you. Anyway,
so Emily, what have you been up to for the past 6 months since the end of season 1?
Since the end of season 1, I have been hard at work. I work for the nonprofit, the North Carolina Youth Tap Ensemble, which is currently under the direction of Emily Shoemaker, who's amazing. And we have a busy spring. We had a lot of shows this spring, and then we have our big annual performance, which this year featured Lou Kicky and Elizabeth Burke, which was awesome to get the chance to see them so much and have them down to work with the kids so much. And then we go right into crazy time with producing the North Carolina Rhythm Tap Festival, which is always so fun to get to see everybody at. It's like a big family reunion, but it's also a lot of work and I'm tired. So that just wrapped up in the middle of June and I'm recovering slowly but surely. How about you, Adam? Tell us all the things.
Well, I spent 6 months on a cruise ship, so
and he loved
happened.
it.
Oh, with every fiber of my being. And I just got back and I was very lucky to be invited to teach at the North Carolina Rhythm Tap Festival. So that was fun. I taught some music theory to some tap dancers, had a couple gigs here and there, and I'm about to head off to teach some music at Firwood Music Camp, which is this cool little hippie-ish camp in the woods, which is a lot of fun.
And you love that. That's like your jam.
I do. It is my jam. I love some good hippie camp vibes.
Oh, yeah. So why are we back, Adam? Tell me.
That is a great question. Why are we back?
So many reasons. So many good reasons. Because you all are still listening. That's why we're back.
That's why.
And we still have big goals and big dreams for it. So what about you, Adam? Tell us about what your thoughts are for this season.
We've already started recording episodes. We're doing a little 3-part series on what it's like to work on a cruise ship as both a musician and a dancer. So that's cool. And we've already recorded interviews with Heather Cornell and the great Lindy Hop dancer Tydrick Hill, which are both just really, really great conversations. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, I was really excited to finally get Heather on because she is kind of the person who sparked this all for me. And she's really just inspired me in so many different ways. The first time I ever took a class from her was actually during her Eddie Brown Zoom workshops during COVID. And I was dancing in our parents' garage and, with my baby who was 6 months old at the time, strapped to me most of the time. And it was just such a wonderful experience. And she did such an amazing job of really intentionally creating community around this work. And truly, I still am friends with and see and connect with and talk with a lot of people who were a part of that. And it's really, really freaking cool that she did that. And it was after a workshop I took with her in Philly at Pam's studio in Philly, which is no longer there, but Pam's still doing the thing in Philly. So check her out. But I was at this workshop and it was amazing. And I finally was like, okay, Adam, let's finally talk after Adam's been bugging me for years and years to be like, you should probably think about music more. I'm like, yeah, right. Whatever you say, brother. But yeah, so that's, I mean, really, truly, that's kind of what sparked everything. So I was very glad to be able to have her on and kind of like celebrate her and her influence in this work.
Yeah, she's great. The conversation was really great too. Always great to talk with Heather.
Always just digs right in.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're excited. We're hoping to get more, like broaden our, obviously we're still going to be interviewing musicians and tap dancers, but we're also hoping to broaden our reach a little bit in terms of like who we are interviewing. And that's why we intentionally reached out to Tydrick to have him on, as somebody who's a part of this community, but not necessarily a tap dancer, right? Like involved in the vernacular jazz or the jazz dance side of it. And so we're hoping to interview more people who are different kinds of rhythmic dancers, and their connection to their folk and their music, and just kind of, yeah, discuss this concept and this idea with different groups of people. So that's our goal for this season.
What else should we talk about?
Well, I'd love to know, Adam, now that you're back from the cruise ship and you're kind of in this new next phase of life post camp, do you have any big goals or ideas for whether it's this project or your work in relation to this project?
Just continuing doing what we've been doing. Yeah, I think the more I learn and the older I get, the more I'm convinced that what is gonna make our art forms survive and us as humans survive all this chaos and AI and crazy politics is community and intentionality. So just continuing to try and build community, and that's one of the reasons why we started this podcast in the first place. I think we've really expanded our own communities, and I hope we've been able to do that for our listeners as well.
Yeah. I will say, when Adam and I got on to record 10 minutes ago, he goes, "Do you ever think what did you say, fruitless this was?" or something like that. I like, should we even be talking about this when there's so much chaos in the world and when there's so much going on that it can feel like, well, why are we even doing what we're doing? And I think that's like valuable to say out loud and valuable to like recognize. But I do think, and I've said this before, but I think that, like you said, the biggest thing that you can do during times like this is to engage in your community. And like generally, like, yes, your local community, the people who are around you and living around you and working around you and creating around you, but also like the community that we've created through the podcast, the community that people have created through dance, through music. Like that is so valuable at times like this. And yeah, I think just focusing in, thinking smaller, like we can't fix the problems a million miles away from us. We can't even fix the problems 2 states away from us, a town away from us. But if we can focus on, you know, the issues in our community, like getting more involved in like local politics, like getting involved in local community, investing in your local nonprofits that have lost funding because of the NEA, like all of these things that if you can do them in your local community, that's where anybody's going to feel an impact. So I think the same can be true of us continuing to invest in our community, our Relative Rhythms community, and just saying like, hey, we're still here. Like we're still showing up. We're not going to dig ourselves a hole and hide away until things look up, because things, you know, who knows what tomorrow brings. I think that showing up for people is still important. I don't know. Yeah, the world may be on fire, but we're here.
Yeah. So anyway, welcome to season 2.
Here we are.
Yeah, I'm excited about some new merch we're coming out with.
Yeah,
Emily's
me
got
too.
a new shirt.
Oh yeah, here, I'll show it to you. Everything is
Very,
copacetic.
very nerdy. This is not our shirt. This is shout out to Alex Cooney for Yes Dancer brand. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Support your communities and keep growing them and keep listening to us because we got a lot of exciting things coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. All good stuff. And we're so excited to be back. So thank you for your patience on our 6-month hiatus. And we're excited to be back with you. Send us all your messages. We like to actually talk to humans too, not just ourselves and a camera and a microphone. So send us a message. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If there's certain things that you'd like us to focus on, or topics to cover, or guests that you'd really love to hear. We haven't fully scheduled all of our season 2 guests yet. Listen, we have a list a mile long that we'd love to talk to. But if you have somebody that you're really interested in, or a project that's going on that you'd love to hear more about from a potential guest, then send it to us. Let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And if you have any or hear of any recordings, tap recordings being released, let us know. Our playlist is very long, but it's by no means comprehensive. So
yes,
if we missed one, or if there's a new one out there, let us know.
Yeah. And keep making them. I love all the new ones that have been coming out recently. It's really freaking cool. I love it.
Ian Berg and Subject Matter just released a new one, which is really good.
Yeah, but go back and listen to our episode. He talks a little bit about it. And this is he talked about it before it was coming out, but he was already in the process of recording. It's really cool.
Yeah. And Sandra Kluge just started a new podcast talking about how to record tap.
Yeah, I need to listen
very
to that.
Nerdy.
Lord have mercy.
I love it. I love all of it.
Yeah. It's all exciting stuff happening in the tap and music world right now. Very cool. Yeah. And she's coming out with another EP where she sourced sounds from all sorts of tap dancers. So I'm hoping that a bunch of you guys sent some stuff in because I can't wait to hear it.
Did you send anything in?
I did. At the 9th hour, I sent it in and also sent it MP3 of my daughter Lilia tap dancing too. I told Sandra, I was like, listen, you do not have to use this, but Lilia made me promise that I would send it.
That's really cute.
So we'll see if it makes the cut. Nice. I mean, I might not make the cut. Let's be honest.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, cool stuff is happening. I know Pistachio Groove, they're out of Boston too. They just had this awesome residency with Josh Hilberman.
Oh, nice.
At his place. But that seems really cool. So, and they're doing a lot of cool stuff. A lot of stuff is happening, and I think it's really super exciting. So, and listen. Cool. If you are out there and you're like, how can I be more involved, or how can I get some of this education in my studio with my dancers, reach out to us. Even if we are not in your local area, Adam knows a million musicians up and down all over the country from his touring days. So, even if it's not one of us coming out to your studio or Adam coming out to your studio to work with your students, he can certainly help you connect with musicians in your area that might be interested and willing and have some understanding and knowledge of working with tap dancers. So please reach out. We just love to help people connect with each other and keep moving in an awesome direction.
Yeah, definitely. Community.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Can't wait. Season 2. Whoop, whoop.
All right. Stay tuned for the next episode.
We might get more and more casual as we go. We'll see.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Yes. See you in episode 2.
You've been listening to the Relative Rhythms podcast and our season 2 premiere episode.
If you liked our conversation today, please follow and leave a rating or review wherever you are listening. If you'd like to support our work, you can join us at patreon.com/Relative Rhythms. Our theme song is For the Love of It by the Adam Price Group,
featuring Emily Jane Acree on foot percussion.
Don't forget to follow us on all the socials at Relative Rhythms, and feel free to send us a message. Check out our merch on our website, relativerhythms.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next episode.